Defending Jason Nash is crazy. That's what people all over social media are calling out Alyssa Violet for. OG influencer Alyssa Violet has all of a sudden come out of the woodwork unexpectedly calling out Tana Mongeau. And the reason for it, you may be wondering, well, to defend Jason Nash. Now, I'm sure it's no surprise by now that Tana Mongeau has made plenty of TikToks by now where she calls out Jason Nash, former Vlog Squad member, for always being on a live stream and begging for roses from his fans.
Guys, bring it home for me! Bring it home! Come on! The same sample. AKS! 20 seconds left! Bevo Sports Station! Everybody bring home, guys! Snipe now! Snipe!
This all started when Tana made this TikTok video in the beginning of this year where she suggests an idea and goes, "Can someone make Jason Nash a effing DoorDash account?"
Can someone make Jason Nash a fucking DoorDash account? If I open my TikTok one more time to seeing him begging for roses on my live For You page, I'm calling CPS. Have you seen your kids? Have you seen them? And also when they go to school, are their friends like, "Hey, I saw your dad like begging for a galaxy"? Like, and I know I'm a sellout, okay? I'm not against people doing things for money, but at this point it's like, I would rather see him behind a paywall cheeked up. Like, I just don't get, every single time I've opened my phone, Jason Nash is on live begging for money, and I want answers. Have you seen your kids this month?
And a lot of people loved that she did this. So many people, including myself, have been seeing Jason Nash pop up on the For You page acting like this.
Addy, yes!
This is where we go in.
Come on!
Fuck out of him, bro. They didn't do
Come
shit.
on!
No damage.
Overall, people were glad Tana took one for the team and called him out for this, being like, this is clearly very embarrassing and annoying to have him constantly pop up on the For You page of millions of people as a 51-year-old man. I mean, you guys, there would be days where Jason would just stand in front of live and beg for gifts for hours on end, and he'd do this consecutively for weeks. Essentially, people felt as though it was not a realistic way to make ends meet and actually seemed quite unhealthy for him. Now, here's where Alyssa Violet comes into the picture, which was just yesterday. Right before Alyssa's involvement, Tana Mongeau made a snarky comment about Jason Nash panhandling for money on TikTok live once again just yesterday.
At least I'm not Jason Nash. Like, at least I'm just not Jason Nash.
But it seems like Alyssa Violet came across this TikTok of Tana's and she wasn't having it and decided to clap back. Alyssa posted this video where she went on this whole 2-minute rant talking about how she felt what Tana was doing was morally wrong. She begins by expressing her frustration not just with this incident, but with a pattern of behavior she's observed in the past, bringing up the Tessa situation. She mentions that she's been waiting to speak out against Tana for a while, talking about how Tana seems to have a habit of picking fights and making negative comments about others, including Jason Nash. She goes on to defend Jason, emphasizing that he's just trying to make a living by going on TikTok live, especially since he has kids to support and take care of.
Okay, I've had enough. I was gonna say something a couple of times ago when Tana started stuff with Tessa, and then she always talks about Jason Nash, and then she talked about this other girl, and I posted on my Snapchat about it because TikTok wouldn't let me post a video for some reason. But regardless, Tana, I know your job, and I know that like you're supposed to be like talking about drama all the time, and that's literally your job on your podcast. But for coming to come for somebody that's literally just trying to make a simple living on like just going live on TikTok trying to make ends meet. Like, he's a middle-aged man, like he has kids, he has to make money for his kids' school, like all this stuff.
And something interesting here to pinpoint is that Alyssa talks about how she thinks it's unfair to shame other people for trying to provide for their family, but then goes on to what many people thought was seemingly shaming Tana for her doing OF as a part of her career.
Not everybody can post a butthole picture on OnlyFans. Like, and make $1 million, okay? That's like unheard of, and that's great that you do that. That's awesome. Cool, like I'm not shaming you for that, that's great. It's just not everyone can do that. So what we're not gonna do, what's not cool in 2024 is shaming people for going live for making a couple of extra dollars to provide for their kids, okay? And I know you're BFFs with Trisha and you're on that side, but it's like, what's not cool is to shame, okay? Let's grow up. You have a big girl podcast, let's wear some big girl pants. You have some people looking up to you, so you have to be a good example. It's like, when did shaming become okay? Like,
That's on period.
like, oh my god, at least my life's not Jason Nash, like, going live every day. Like, he's trying to make money. So you have your job, you have your podcast, right? And you have OnlyFans, and you post naked pictures to make money, correct? Yes. So then he goes on live to also make money. I'm in the In-N-Out parking lot, by the way. I'm starving. I'm hungover. But, so he goes on TikTok live to make money. So he's being shamed because he doesn't want to. I'm just like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Like, shaming's not okay. In any sense. So it's like, let's fucking grow up.
Now, y'all, instantly tons of people were calling out Alyssa given Jason Nash's past, especially with Tana Mongeau, and people were bringing up how Tana has every right to make fun of Jason, bringing up how Jason was 40 years old trying to kiss Tana when she was only 18, and a bunch of other disturbing things from his past, with the vlog squad and everything. Now, the situation doesn't stop here, you guys, because Alyssa ended up making another video after she got a ton of backlash, and she basically called the internet out, saying that what they were doing was bullying. She also tried doubling down on her original point of the initial video she made, being like, I don't want to be a part of this world anymore if this is the way the internet is acting.
So let me get this straight. We are all just actively supporting bullying now. That's just what we're doing. My whole point was like, why kick people when they're already down? It just doesn't make sense to me. But if it makes sense to everybody else, that's not a fucking world I want to be a part of, sorry. My whole point wasn't dying on a hill for Jason Nash. It was just standing up for people trying to make money. I don't know what went on between Jason and Trisha in the past, and to be honest, I don't fucking care. That was years ago, and I'm not gonna deep dive into their whole relationship to prove a fucking point. But my point was to fucking calm down with the shaming and the bullying. And I didn't shame Tana for having an OnlyFans. I don't fucking care. Like, make an OnlyFans if you want. It's just not my vibe. It's good to know that everyone's pro-bullying though, no matter the case. So, nice. It's a great world we live in, guys.
Jeff Whit even commented on this situation as well, and a T-Page posted Alyssa's video, and Jeff pretty much defended Tana. He said, Tana's cleaning up the streets. I love my Catwoman. A lot of people were talking about this over multiple Reddit threads, from the canceled podcast to many others, saying things like, trying to make a simple living, I'm so effing weak. So begging kids on live for money is a full-time job now? Why is she acting like he's being shamed for working an actual job to support his children? He is begging his most likely young followers for money. Tana is making fun of it because it's a weird thing to do. The idea of he's just trying to make a simple living. Why is she even getting involved? Was it okay when Jason locked her in a dressing room as an 18-year-old and tried to make out with her? This person even said, if Alyssa feels so bad for Jason, she can donate to him. Now, as far as Tana responding to this whole situation, she has yet to respond, but I'm sure she's gonna address the situation on the canceled podcast though, as this is huge. It seemed like Alyssa was coming for Tana doing OF as a career. She even mentioned her being affiliated with Trisha and still supporting her, and what people are getting from this is that there's definitely some feud and tension between them. Now, from the time I was recording this, I was actually curious if Jason Nash responded to any of this or had said anything, but nope, lo and behold, he was once again on live doing his same old thing. He was just on live getting gifts, and I honestly don't think he's going to talk about any of this. But let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.